It's TK Friday, and today in the joy of editing, it's a removing color casts deep dive. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the joy of editing with Dave Kelly. It is TK Friday. Thank you for joining me again today. Today it's another deep dive, and today I want to show you a bunch of different ways in Photoshop using the TK9 plugin for Photoshop that we can remove color casts from our images. You know, from time to time we'll get a color cast and we want to remove them, so I'm going to show you that today. There's a whole bunch of different methods here. There's not one method that is really maybe better over another. Sometimes you may try one method, it may not work as well in an image as a different method. So I'm giving you 6 different methods to add to your Photoshop editing toolbox. Now, as always, you can download the PDF notes. I have PDF notes going over all of these different methods for you. And I also have some links for some stock images that I'll be using in this video in case you want to try it out on those images or try it out on your own images. By the way, if you don't yet own the TK9 plugin for Photoshop, I'll have links in the description below this video that'll take you over to Tony Kuyper's web store. There you're going to find the TK9 plugin for Photoshop, a lot of great panels over there you can pick up. Sean Bagshaw's training videos, which I highly recommend. And you'll also find the TK Grayscale and TK Magic Mixer plugins. They're sold as a bundle. You'll get both plugins for $12. If you're into black and white photography, you'll love TK Grayscale and TK Magic Mixer. Use my promo code DK15 and you'll save 15% off your entire purchase. When you use my promo code, I make a small commission, and this helps to support my channel, so I really appreciate it when you use my promo code. And not only are you helping me out, but you're getting 15% off. All right then, let's jump right in. Now I have this image right here and it has a blue color cast on it, and we'll try some different methods out on this image to remove that blue color cast. Now, the first 2 methods are going to be found in your TK actions. So if your TK actions aren't open, click a TK button on the combo or the CX panel. And the first one you want to look for is Neutralize Color Cast 1. Now, this is an easy one. Just click on it and it neutralizes your image. Let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after, so pretty nice. Now, if the effect is too strong, you can always take the layer opacity and pull it back if you need to. But that is method 1. Now, I find a lot of times this is really all you need. It works most of the time, but sometimes it's not enough or you need some more finessing, and then other methods will be better. But try this one first. It's really quick and easy. Now, by the way, if you hold down your Option or Alt key and hover over any of the actions, it'll give you information about the action. And this note says, uses match color to neutralize color cast. A luminosity mask applied afterwards is often useful in restricting the effect to specific tones. Try lights or midtones mask. So if you feel you only have a color cast in midtones, you could click on the luminosity mask button and click on like midtones 1, 2, or 3, and then click this button right here to apply it as a layer mask. Or you may want to use like a lights 1 mask or whatever you want to use. So just bear that in mind. You can always use a luminosity mask on these if needed. Now here's something else you may want to try. If you feel it's not quite there, run that action again. So click on Neutralize Color Cast 1 one more time. And now let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. It just gives it a little more neutralization, and I think it helps on this one. So if you feel you have a bit of a color cast left, run that one more time. Let's try Neutralize Color Cast 1 in this duck image. It has a bit of a yellow color cast to it. Make sure your TK actions are open. If not, click a TK button on the combo or CX panel. Click Neutralize Color Cast 1. Okay, now that looks overdone, right? It looks kind of magenta now. So let's try this. Let's take the layer opacity. Let's take it the whole way off and build it up slowly and stop where we think it looks good. And I think it looks good right there. It takes the edge off that yellow color cast. Let me shut this off. Here's before and here is after. So don't forget, you have layer opacity. It can really help, especially when you're using this first one, Neutralize Color Cast 1. Now on this image again with the blue color cast, this time we'll try Neutralize Color Cast 2. I'll hold my Option or Alt key down. We'll hover over this And this one says creates a solid color adjustment layer that neutralizes image color cast. Use the hue, saturation, and lightness sliders of the clipped hue, saturation adjustment layer to fine tune the effect. Click the X to close the note, and let's run this action. I'll click on Neutralize Color Cast 2. And now we can see we have this solid color adjustment layer, and it's called Neutralize Cast. And above it, we have a hue saturation adjustment layer that is clipped to this solid color adjustment layer. So whenever we adjust hue, saturation, or lightness, we will only be affecting the solid color adjustment layer. So we can fine tune that color cast. If I shut off this layer right here, we can see the before, and it also disables the clip layer above it. This is the before and this is after, and that's done a really good job. But let's go ahead and see what this fine tuning is all about. So if you want a stronger effect, take the saturation and drag it to the right. Okay, so that will increase the saturation of this color right here. Okay, so you may want a little bit more, so you can increase that. You can adjust the hue of the solid color adjustment layer by shifting the hue left or right. Double click to get this back. And if you need to lighten up the overall image, you can lighten it up here or darken it down. So we have a lot of control here. So I really like Neutralize Color Cast 2. It's probably the one I use the most. Here's the before with the blue color cast, and now it's gone. Let's give it a try on this duck image. Click on Neutralize Color Cast 2. Here's the before, here's the after. Now I think we need to fine tune this, but notice the action sets you up where it makes the hue saturation layer the active layer. So let's come up here. If we want more neutralization, we can drag this to the right to increase that color. And you'll notice it's more of a purplish magenta color. So we're going to drag this to the right. Okay, that's too much. Let's go to the left. I'll take the saturation the whole way off and build it up slowly and stop where I think it looks good. And I think maybe right about here. Maybe it's a little too light, so I'll take the lightness and darken it down a little bit, maybe to right there. Now let's work with the hue. Let's see what we can do. We can shift this color a little bit. So let's move it to the right. See, that makes it a little more yellow. To the left, more on the green side. But you can just fine tune it and let your eye tell you what looks best for you. I think right about there. Now let me shut this off. Here's before. And here's after. I think it needs to go a bit darker, so let's take the lightness slider to the left to maybe right about here. Now let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. And I like it. Maybe a little bit more saturation too. Maybe right there. Again, here's before, here's after, but take your time and fine tune with the clipped hue saturation adjustment layer. Let's use that same action on one final image. This image has a pretty bad blue color cast to it. So let's click on Neutralize Color Cast 2. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, if I take the saturation and increase it, see how it neutralizes it even more. And I might take it up to maybe right about here. Now we could play with the hue. You got to be careful on this one. See, that goes real green that way and magenta that way. So I'm just going to double click that. I think this one is good. And I think for this image, I may just want to lighten this up a little bit, maybe to right there. Now let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. And now we're moving on to the next method, and this one is done using the color grading tool. So come up to the multi-mask panel, click on the color grading tool. Now there's a really nice feature in the color grading tool, and it's great for neutralizing color casts. Now, for the color grading tool, I like to use midtones, so click on the midtone button, and then you see the picker right here. You could pick a color off your image with the color picker, but here's your little tip. Hold down your Command or Control key, depending if you're on a Mac or a PC. Click this color picker button, and now what you want to do is find a color that you see the obvious color cast in, like right down here in this snow. I'm going to click right here. There's that color. It's a blue color cast, right? And click OK. What it's going to do is find the complementary color to that, which will offset the color cast, as you can see right there, right? So let me shut off this layer. Here's before and here's after. Now, you see this puck right here? You see my cursor? You can add a little bit more by maybe moving the cursor right here and giving it a click. See, it warms up those rocks a little bit more. So you could fine tune this. If that's too much, maybe click right here. But there you go. Here's before and here's after. And then also you can lighten the image with the brightness slider. We can lighten up the midtones if we want to, whatever you want to do there. But that is the color grading tool method. Let's try it out on one more image. This image just looks a little too yellow to me. So what I'd like to do is offset that yellow. And we're going to use the color grading tool again. So on the multi-mask panel, click on the color grading tool. Again, click on midtones, hold down your command or control key and click on the picker tool. And then I'm going to click right here on this yellow flower right here. I'm going to click it. And there's that color right there. I'll click OK, and it finds the complementary color. Now, let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. Now, I think that's way too strong. So what I'll do is go to the color grading tool. I'm just kind of following an imaginary line up to the center. So I'm going to go like right about here. Maybe a little bit more. I'm going to go right here with my cursor and click. I like that better. Now let me shut this off. Here's before, here's after. And don't forget, you can lighten it up or darken it down, whatever you need to do. Maybe I'll just lighten it up a tiny wee bit. Here's the before, here's the after. So as you can see, the color grading tool can be very effective at removing a color cast. All right, let's use this image again with the blue color cast, and I'll show you another method that I call the inverted average method. And what you want to do is, if you have a bunch of layers here, you want to click this button here to stamp your layers together and make a pixel layer. Or if you only have one layer, you can click this button just to copy that background layer up onto a new layer. And then come up to the Photoshop menu and click on Filter. Come down to your blur group and click on average. What it's going to do is average all of the colors of the image. And now what we need to do is invert this, and that's going to help us remove the color cast. So come to the Combo CX panel and click the invert button. And now you want to change this blend mode from normal to soft light. So click the soft light button on the Combo CX panel. And we've pretty much removed the color cast. Now this is pretty similar to Neutralize color cast too, but it's doing it all manually and it's not using a solid color adjustment layer. So what we're going to do is come up to the multi-mask panel and click on the hue saturation adjustment layer button, and then click on this clipping button to clip it to that layer below. And again, what we're going to do is, for a stronger color cast removal, take the saturation and start to move it to the right. And I think right here, you can lighten it, you can darken it. You can shift the hue a little bit just to make sure you're getting it just where you want it to be, maybe right there. And now let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. And as I said, this is very similar to the Neutralize Color Cast 2. That's the one I would use, but if you want to do it manually, you could do it this way. And now here's another technique. I'm calling this Curves Gray Point Sampler Method. Okay, here's what we do. Come to the multi-mask panel and click on the Curves Adjustment Layer button, and we have a Curves Adjustment Layer. Now, I want you to notice, we have a target tool here. We have this tool, which is to set the black point of your image, this tool to set the white point of your image, and this tool to set the gray point. This is the one we're going to use, so click this button right here. Now, come over to the image, and you want to find something that shouldn't have any color in it. This one doesn't work on all images. You got to make sure you have an image that you have something like a gray, a white, or a black that doesn't have any color in it. And for this image, I'm going to go right here. This looks like a white bowl. I'm going to click right in this area with the eyedropper tool. And just like that, it neutralizes the image. Let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. Again, before and after. But this only works if you have something that's very neutral, like a gray, black, or a white. Now, let's try that same technique on this image of the duck with the yellow color cast. So I'll click on the Curves Adjustment Layer button, and let's click on the Gray Dropper. And you know what? If I clicked on, say, like the green like this, see, it would be horrible, right? Okay, so click this button to reset. Now, let's see if there's something we can click on with a neutral color. Like, how about right here? Let's click right here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me shut this off. Here's before and here's after. So as you can see, it does a pretty good job of removing that color cast. Now, I have one more method for you, and Tony and I, when we were going over this lesson the other day, Tony said, "Hey Dave, why don't you try this?" So kudos to Tony. Tony came up with this one on the spot, and I think it's pretty clever, so let me show you how this works. This one uses a solid color adjustment layer, so come up to the multi-mask panel and click this button right here to get a solid color adjustment layer. A color picker comes up, and I'm going to click down here in this snow with this blue color cast, so let's click this right here. And as you can see, there's our color, but don't leave the color picker tool just yet. If you enjoy math, you're going to love this technique. Now, you may want to pause the video and read this, but what I want to do is read the part that you need to really consider here, and that is the part in red. If your current hue value is less than 180, add 180. If your current hue value is greater than 180, subtract 180. That's it. So you either add 180 or subtract 180. So now take a look at this color picker. See right here where it says H, S, and B. This stands for hue, saturation, and brightness. We're only interested in hue. Now 210 is greater than 180, so we want to subtract 180. What we're doing is looking for the complementary color of this blue color. So what we'll do is click right here. 210 minus 180 is 30, so type in 30, and there's your complementary color. Click OK. And the nice thing about the multi-mask panel, when you click on a solid color adjustment layer button, you're going to get the solid color adjustment layer with the soft light blend mode, which is what we want. And as you can see, if I shut this layer off, we've removed that color cast. Now, you'll notice the image got a lot lighter. Let me shut this off again. So what we can do is double click here, and here's a little tip. Come to brightness and type in 50 for 50%, and when you do that, your brightness level will remain the same. It won't change. The brightness won't shift. So I'm going to click OK. So now when I shut this off, here's before and here's after. See, it doesn't really get any lighter, but we've removed the color cast. Now, if you want to fine tune this, you can double click the solid color icon. And if you do want to make it lighter, just pull this up, or darker, pull it down, or move it to the right to add more saturation, move it to the left to add less saturation, whatever you need to do. But remember there at 50%, it will remain the same. The brightness level won't change. I'll just click OK. Now, for this method to work, just like the Curves Gray Point Sampler method, you need to find a color on the image that you know should be a neutral white, black, or gray. Like this snow here, it should be close to neutral white. So that's why I was able to sample on the snow. But if you don't have a neutral color in the image, don't use this method. Now for me, I usually like to start out with Neutralize Color Cast 2 or the color grading tool. I really enjoy that also. So those are my two favorite choices, but I would probably start out with Neutralize Color Cast 2. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, this deep dive into fixing color casts in Photoshop. Now you have a lot more tools to add to your Photoshop toolbox. If you enjoyed today's video, please give this video a like and share it with your friends. If you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. Click the bell notification icon. Click all so that you receive all notifications. And then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll get notified about it. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly. And I will see you all right here next time. But until then, happy editing.